Hi friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirit, my intuition, and the tarot to communicate energies to you guys. Today's reading, we will be taking a look at, your current situation or circumstances and what should you do, if you should do anything at all. How should you move forward? How should you progress? And is it okay if you do nothing at all? So we'll see what the cards and spirit want to communicate to you. This is a pick a card reading, so we will pick out the 3 options to choose from. We'll be pulling 2 tea leaf cards here for each option, and as always, use your intuition to select whichever pile you're feeling more drawn to. So let's start by picking pile number 1. And pile number 2, it looks like we have them coming out in sequence. So I will take that. I'm not feeling that one. Very interesting. Okay, so we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I am going to flip these over so that you guys can select. Now, if you are drawn to the back side of these tea leaf cards, you can certainly select your pile right now. The timestamp will be in the description box and in the pinned comment below. Feel free to pause if you're drawn to multiple piles. That's absolutely fine. Now let us flip them over. So for option number 1, you have the ear, good news, and you also have fair woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Now don't take everything literal, because it's mostly the energy that comes through with the rest of the cards that are going to give context, okay? Option number 2, we have the ant, work, achievement, and success, and weeping willow, family sorrow. And for option number 3, we have handshake, a meeting with a stranger could be important, and bow, you are highly thought of. Okay, so I am going to leave these here. Keep in mind, this is regarding your existing situation, circumstance, and how you should proceed, what you should do, if anything at all. So whichever pile is pulling you in will be the one that has the most messages and will be the most helpful for you in your situation. Okay, so I will see you at your pick. Hello, beautiful pile 1. You pick the ear and the fair woman. The ear says good news. The fair woman says dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. Again, like I mentioned in the intro, don't take the messages literal. It will be in combination with all the oracle cards that will give us some context, and we are looking specifically at what should you do? How should you proceed? Should you do anything at all, or just allow things to kind of be, depending on what your situation or circumstance is? We'll get guidance from spirit. Now, I do want to let you know it is a thunderstorm outside, so you might hear a lot of rain or thunder that is coming from the video. All right, so let's take a look at these oracle cards. I've not looked at them, and I will count on you to use your intuition to see if this is indeed your pile. So if you come up with something you will see, feel, or hear that can confirm to you this message was meant for you, then take that as confirmation, although this should sound like your set of circumstances, so that you can put it into your own context. Also keep in mind that this is collective, so all your stories are different, so I can't get into specifics, but we will get the gist of what is going on and the context as to how you are to proceed. All right, so we have number 30 with parrot, wax cap, and isolation. We have 76 with soulmate. This relationship is a match made in heaven. We have enjoy music, instruments, sound, and tone. We have find your voice, express yourself, open up, and sing out. Interesting. Music might be quite significant here because we have two instruments here. Find your voice with sing out and enjoy music. All right, and the ear, which is all about listening. Okay, we have growth. I want to express, sorry, oh my goodness, express. Okay, I want to expand my conscious and my, sorry, can't read. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Okay. Ancestor of exile. Well, that definitely fits this isolation. I'll put that right here. Surrender the idea you can fix someone. It's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. Okay, we have emerging into grace. I open my soul to grace. I'm feeling resistance. I'm feeling some resistance from you guys. Get more information. Fairies, environment, playtime, and enchantment. And new life with 39. Also the number 12. And the number 12, a change in the wind. Okay. We'll pull tarot shortly if we need more context. Okay. So I do feel the context here of your situation is involving other people or a person specifically. For a lot of you guys, it's a person, but there are others involved here. And there is a lot to be uncovered. I feel like there is potentially a whole journey in front of you of something that could be explored. But I'm feeling there is resistance here. And I feel there is resistance here to your situation or to allowing yourself to step forward or move forward. I'm not seeing so much as to why, but the feeling that I'm getting is this something personal to you, like some sort of personal development? Or an understanding you have within yourself to guide you as to when you feel you could find it within yourself to be comfortable to either move forward or allow yourself to take steps on this adventure. I feel like I feel discomfort here because I feel as though in the process of now, whatever you're kind of trying to accomplish now, I feel it is very lonely. And I also feel like you're missing out. I feel like you're trying to do something to yourself in a way that's going to get you to a place of comfort where then you feel like you're able to contribute or do something. But I feel like this is getting in your own way, and I feel like you're missing out So let me give examples here. The biggest example I can give is a relationship, and it could be with a woman, okay, or it could just be you needing to tap into some divine feminine energy that you've been trying to work on, like how to express self, how to open up heart space. But aside from that piece, which we'll get into, let's say there is a person. It's like you are working on yourself in a way that you feel you're working on yourself to progress in some capacity. But what you're really doing is closing yourself off to the opportunity to change something, or think that there is something that needs changing here within yourself that is not necessarily going to help this situation at all, because the situation calls for you to explore and calls for you to unfold without resistance as it unfolds. There is no need to go to the extent of places you're not familiar with at this time anyway. So there's a lot of resistance here, I keep feeling. And so it is blocking you from growth. It's blocking you from adventure of a new life. And it is asking you to change the course of your direction. Instead of being resistant, there's a need to open up and enjoy and just let loose and allow things to unfold as it unfolds, because you will enjoy yourself more than I feel you are. That this period of time is more constricting and awkward and more out of place than you just being yourself in a situation that could unfold. Now, does it require you to do anything? Well, the only thing it really requires you to do is drop the resistance and move forward, or change your direction. Because I think your direction is pointing your energy towards fixing something within self. So there's something here about needing to communicate, and something here about needing to listen. And I don't know if you don't feel heard, or you feel like you won't be heard. But I think there's a big part here to do with receiving, because when we're listening, we're receiving information. And the feminine energy is all about receptivity and allowing things kind of to unfold. So I feel like you are blocking out what is coming energetically around you for whatever it is you're telling yourself. Now, the other situation I want to give is, let's say, there could be like a group of people here that you can either work with or create something with, or friends that you can go enjoy with, but you might be focused on something that you're unable to offer. So for example, let's say the group of people are good at, I don't know, let's say playing instruments, and they want you to come be a part of the band. It's a very basic sort of analogy I'm using. You're trying to learn either a new instrument or to do something here so that you can feel ready to join the band. But what Spirit is saying is that there's nothing you need to do. Like, you just show up to the band practice and you enjoy what comes of it, and you'll find your way that you are able to contribute here with whatever you're able to do. Same with the group of friends. Let's say they're all, I don't know, to do lawyers, doctors, I don't know. This is just an example. And you feel like, whatever, maybe you're unemployed. Maybe you feel there's something about you, like once I find that job, or once I get that thing, then I kind of can fit in, and then I am able to go out with these people. obviously, if you don't feel like you can connect with these people because they're on a different understanding, then I get it. But I feel like you want to, and I feel like there's more to be explored here. So I feel like you're cutting yourself out of something on purpose. And it's causing all sorts of sadness, depressions. And then you might feel like you're left out because maybe the band keeps on banding, or playing, I should say. And maybe this person, if you're relating with some person that you're not exploring here, continues onwards with their own life. Or if your friends go out, they just then go out and they have a good time, and you hear them talk about it and you weren't there. And I feel like there's a shift here. And the shift here is the band is not going to ask you to play with them anymore. That person is moving on with their life. I don't think this person is going to be waiting or requesting something from you. And your group of friends are going to stop asking you out because you always say no. So I think you're in a really good position right now. And Spirit is asking you to allow yourself to move forward with your understanding of how you are and who you are. That is enough for things to unfold. And as you step forward, you get more informed about what you feel comfortable with and what you feel you could do and how you can contribute, okay? Because I think you have a false idea of something you're supposed to do or be. That is all kind of made up, and it's restricting and limiting you. So I'm gonna pull some tarot so we can get some more. Yeah, can we get a little bit more context in regards to pile number 1? What is going on here with pile 1, and what exactly should they do in their current situation? How should they proceed? Or should they do anything at all? Thank you, Spirit. I am so blessed. Please protect me as I channel this message. And pile 1, as I deliver this message. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy and the energy around you at this time. I'm truly blessed. Thank you so, so much. All right. So we have Justice. And we have the Fool. We have an introduction card, which I forgot to take out of the deck. Let's leave that there. That's funny. This is giving me, it's like the feeling I was feeling from you is like you need a set of instructions. Like you're not sure if you're able or capable of something, but the something that you're trying to come up with is not really required. 8 of Swords in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, and 8 of Pentacles. Well, I feel like the only way to bring some sort of justice in your situation, because we're talking about a current circumstance, is for you to be like this Fool. Like I said, explore. The Fool is all about exploring, not knowing exactly what the instructions, the rules of the game are. They take a leap of faith and they restore balance and justice here. And they work with parts of themselves that might feel uncomfortable. With the light sword and the dark sword bringing balance, there's things they're good at and things they're not good at, and they will learn as they step forward, but it's not something that's going to impede this this adventure. So Spirit is really asking here to get out of your own mind, to get out of some sort of thought that you have that you need some sort of, again, instruction or some sort of thing you need to learn that instrument or be a certain way in order for you to succeed in some way or for it to be successful, because you're really restricting yourself. You're not allowing yourself to explore something that's available now to you. So you have to be very aware of what you're telling yourself. And it seems to me like it's not a truth. And this is the success card in reverse, is like we're not really successful. We might be concerned with how others might see us, how we might be perceived. You might be very concerned with that. So it limits us. How will I look? What if I'm not successful? What if I appear to be incompetent in some way, or I get judged? So it's like I'd rather just isolate myself and not go and not do this and not explore, and just keep telling myself that I'm not ready, or I need to be someone I'm not, or do something else here. But Spirit's saying for you to explore. And Eight of Pentacles is the energy and the effort. I feel like you're trying to fix yourself in some way, or at least I don't think you're fixing yourself. I think you feel like some way you're putting energy towards something that is going to be beneficial. But what this is telling me is you're directing that towards something that isn't helping your situation, that the energy, the effort, the dedication that you should be more focused on is the actual thing itself, the situation itself, to change your sort of direction. And this happens when we let go of any restrictions we have, any sort of concerns and we might have on how we appear, or whether we will be successful, or whether we will look foolish in some way. Okay, so I'm going to get some more, and we're going to just ask them, what can you do here to help yourself? So I feel like the truth of why we're concerned with how we might appear runs a little deeper. The Eight of Swords runs a little deeper, like what sort of narrative you're telling yourself comes from some sort of idea you have, or misconception of self in some way, that's limiting your growth. And you're not fully conscious and aware of what that is. And so you're driving out of a place of that's stemming from a place of fear, or you may not outright think you're scared, but there is a fear here of something that goes deeper than the situation at hand here. Okay, so you need to be really aware of what the real reasons of resistance are, the real reasons of things, like maybe you're not confident in yourself on a deep down level of understanding and trusting yourself to explore something, or you feel non-deserving of something in some way. But there's an energy here that's blocking, and that's totally more internal than it is you needing a I feel there's something here that's missing, and I'm not quite sure. And maybe you realize that there's something within you that is missing, that you're trying to find, or trying to balance out, or trying to level off or level up. I feel like you're trying to level up here, but the only way to level up is to change your energy focus towards what this is. That's how you level up. It's like the lessons are learned in doing the discomfort. The lesson learned isn't, it will come to me through isolation and exile. Okay, I think that helped somebody out there, because I feel like that's the main problem. So let's see what Spirit wants to communicate. Yeah, self-love with the Ace of Cups in reverse, self-worth. Trying to fill one's own cup up, but I mean, it's not really going to help in this situation, because I feel there's a need in the same spots. There's a need to explore. Okay, so interesting. Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is the same energy. It's like trying to do something stealth mode, under the radar, like something within us we don't want to be seen, or we're trying to pull off that nobody knows. But it's like Spirit saying, no, like, come open with it, communicate this. This is part of the growth and the learning experience, and you're blocking your heart space from an experience. You're not allowing yourself to enjoy the relationship that could be developed, the love that could be explored here. And you can certainly manifest magic here in the journey, but I feel like you're trying to manifest something. What you are manifesting is something I feel is not the greatest. It feels like resistance. You're manifesting isolation. You're manifesting the opposite of what you're wanting. So that's why it's not working here with the Six of Wands in reverse. And it's very concerned with how you might appear here, okay? Like being seen, being exposed for who you are. So I don't know, maybe there's a lack of self-love here and not wanting to be exposed. So we don't come together, we don't celebrate, we don't explore the joys of life, we don't build on a foundation that would be sustainable. We continue to resist and invest in areas that aren't sustainable, that are not conducive to self-love and enjoyment and exploration and play, because I feel like there is a new life here. And when we say new life, it's just a new way of you being that totally changes your perception, that allows you to be free of feeling isolation. I don't feel like your world gets flipped upside down in the way that you're exposed in such an uncomfortable way here. So I'm going to pull some final words, guidance here from Spirit, what you need to know in this situation. I don't know. This energy is very interesting here. Okay, so Spirit, for pile number 1, what do they need to know right now? Final words, anything that will help. What am I missing? Thank you so much. Spirit saying this is your person, your people, your soul tribe, your soulmate, where you're supposed to be. You're prolonging some sort of growth within self. And it's causing unnecessary pains here is what I'm feeling and hearing, okay? So things unfold as you move forward. Things are not going to unfold as you stay stagnant. And you cannot stay stagnant. You're causing pain. You're causing resistance. You're being excluded. And in fact, I feel there's an opportunity here that you may be missing out on. Okay, so what is the final words? What are they needing to hear for pile 1? Thank you. Look at that. Ace of Cups. Now it's in the upright. An emotional new beginning. Allowing yourself to open up, to express yourself. Look at that cup is overflowing. I think there's a lot within you that you're able to contribute here, that you're able to express, that you're able to offer, and that you're able to receive as well. It frees you. Judgment in reverse. I need to be honest. I need to be honest. This revealed itself, the 10 of Swords in reverse. So the judgment is when we're looking at all aspects of our situation and we remove our ego, which is parts of us that are fearful of how we may appear, or that we might be incompetent in some way, or there's something lacking or missing from within ourselves that we're not able to show up. That's a misconception. There's a need to be completely open and honest and say, this is the situation. I'm missing out because of my own fear. I need to be honest with myself, and I need to put an end here to a situation that I'm dragging out, which is my isolation and my exile. Like, we're still hanging on to our safe zone, our comfort zone. And it's painful when we release something because we might be attached to it. So we're hanging on to something that should have been released because we're not wanting or willing to work with truths and have an emotional new beginning for ourselves, which will allow us to have growth, personal healing, allow us to share love and receive love. Look, 10 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and these two came out together. It's like a 10 of Cups is where we with others or another person are able to come together to have full emotional fulfillment. This is the ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is also celebrations. This is being able to contribute to a situation where both sides are happy and overflowing with joy and abundance, but we're not feeding the situation. We're not contributing. We're not offering something here that is going to allow there to be this, because we're blocked. Where the Eight of Pentacles we saw was more feeding into our fear, was more feeding into the isolation, was more feeding into fixing an idea of self that we could do something within ourselves differently, or it was feeding the wrong thing. And so I feel Spirit is saying, like, what you should be feeding here and planting the seed for is this ultimate sort of full fulfillment here. That will be prosperity, abundance, but it's not happening. And I also feel this is a missed opportunity. So I feel like there's a missed opportunity of coming together to have ultimate fulfillment here, unless there's a putting an end to the way you're thinking you need to fill your own cup, or the way you're unable to receive and give love, that's coming out of isolation, that's coming out of a place of self-sabotage, that's coming out of a under the radar type energy, and be exposed. This is asking you to be exposed. Okay, you don't have to do anything except for be exposed, and that means being honest. And if you need to communicate, then you communicate. If you need to listen, then you listen openly and you let things flow. I feel like it's very choppy. I feel like there's resistance. I feel like you want to, but you're not, or you really want to, but you're doing the opposite of what you want. So this is an interesting reading. But yeah, so you don't want to have a missed opportunity here of abundance, I feel. And maybe you know you're missing out on this opportunity. But maybe you're telling yourself that you cannot for whatever reason. And that is an Eight of Swords. Okay, that is not seeing the complete truth here of something. And this thing that you have within you, I feel like you're keeping alive by not addressing and not saying, it's not serving me in my life. It's not allowing me to have an emotional new beginning for myself where I could eventually find a full contentment. It will keep me in isolation. It will keep me out of situations, circumstances, and people's lives where I can't develop this. And so I stay stagnant. I don't grow. I don't allow myself to explore a new side of myself here. Okay, so I can't help but see the good news here. I feel like, I don't know, like, are you getting, I just want to pull something here for the good news and see, because we do have a change in the wind and the good news. So maybe there's something here that we need some further information on. Nine of Wands in the reverse is all about us dropping our guard, not being defensive, not hiding behind a wall, allowing ourselves to move forward. Okay. Sometimes this is surrendering, not having the fight in us, giving up. So we're kind of at the point where do we give up? And I was feeling that, like, this is kind of the point here where you can move forward or give up, but either way there might be a missed opportunity if we don't engage. This is the final sort of wands before we get to the Ten of Wands, where then things just fall apart. Okay, so we don't want to fall apart. We want to know, are we moving forward or are we choosing to be defensive? And Spirit's saying to drop the wall. So I'm seeing what this good news is about. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. And then we have the Four of Wands. Okay, so this is the whole energy here that I'm feeling. This is the isolation. This is the, I'd rather focus on what's not working or what's wrong with the situation or myself or the downside. And it puts me in a mood that I just don't want to explore something. So I miss out. That's what this card is about, okay? We're looking at all the things not working and we're just not in the mood, but it's in the reverse. It's saying coming out of that sort of state, and not being in an energy of reverse Page of Wands. This is all about exploring. This is like Fool energy. This is somebody who isn't afraid of failing, will take a lot of chances and will learn along the way. This is also communication, and it's also travel and exploring. So in the reverse, I feel like what Spirit is saying is, the good news here, I feel, is once you recognize that you are kind of the master of creating your own mood in order to understand that you're the one who can explore and move forward or communicate or not, is what's going to allow the situation that you're in to either come together, because this is the celebrations again, Four of Wands, come together and have union, build some sort of stability. This is also commitments, marriage, family, soul family, a rite of passage. Okay, this is a beautiful celebrations card. So I think you want to be here. I really do. Whatever this means to you, it's going to get you here to this rite of passage, to the celebration place, okay, to peacefulness. I feel like the news here is you understanding within yourself, when you're able to communicate to yourself that your mood is what's really impacting your desire of exploration and how you can progress here. And I'm also getting a missed opportunity that keeps coming kind of through also, because I think this is saying the communication then will stop coming. Okay, this is the opposite. This is like not getting the communication. This is like things were canceled. Nothing kind of moved forward in some way, unless we address our mood, unless we address ourselves, unless we take the invitation. So we have to take the invitation. And I feel like for some of you guys, it might be an offer, an invitation to literally go out or do something, like an offer. Somebody's handing you an offer, an invitation, and you haven't accepted. And you're sitting on this. And it could have been multiple offers. It could have been multiple invitations. But I feel like there's a time where this is not coming. So Spirit's saying recognize you can get out of that sort of mindset and allow yourself to move forward to this sort of Four of Wands. Now, I can't help but notice with the Page of Wands as one wand. And together we have 5 wands here. So you might be scared of conflict, and you might be scared of competition. You might be scared of being put out of your sort of comfort zone. You might feel like conflicted about this. I feel like there's a lot of conflict in coming together for some reason that you feel you're going to have to face. And so that's what's keeping you not moving forward. That's what's keeping you not receiving your offer. That's what's keeping you in your wall of defenses. But I think that you're too focused on the conflict and what would be and could be and how it's going to pan out, rather than the fact that it's going to pan out just fine. You just need to get more information. That's how growth happens. That's how you expand. This is how you allow yourself to move forward. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Pile number 1, if you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. I wish you guys the very, very best. I hope you guys sort through this, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye. Hello, my gorgeous. Pile number 2, you have the Ant, work, achievement, success, and the Weeping Willow, family sorrow. So keep in mind that this reading is all about your current situation, circumstance, or something in which you're not sure how to proceed. Should you do something about it, or should you just kind of allow things to be, and what the Spirit suggests? So I pulled the oracle cards. I've not looked at them. We'll look at them together. And I would like for you to use your intuition to what you're going to see, feel, or hear that will confirm to you this is indeed your pile. Now, we should tap into what the set of circumstances are in this reading, so it will either sound familiar or not to you. So please use that over my intuition. All right, so let's see what we have. We have ghost mushroom with shine. Wow, 17. Shine, work, achievement, success. Okay. We have rejoicing, 26. You have learned how to make the most out of life. Or the number 8 coming out again. So we have 2 8s here. Laugh and have fun. Smile, positive energy, and joyfulness. Wow. Talk about rejoicing. Beautiful. Trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Oh, wow. Okay. Ancestor of projection. Wow, I said projection. Protection. That is interesting. Hopefully I'm not projecting here. Ancestor of protection. Okay. Surrender to complete healing. Open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Making a difference. My inner light shines far and wide. Shine. Wow. Wow, 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 you guys. Communicate clearly. Beautiful. And past life. Gifts and review. Here and now with 32. Or the number 5. Past and future, it says here. You are here on this egg with the window that is open here and now. And we also have loyal heart with 35. Or the number 8, which is 888. You might be seeing 2 owls. Loyal heart. Okay, we'll pull tarot in a bit as we need, if we need. This is interesting because everything is super positive except for this weeping willow. So I think there's some situation that has you kind of wishing it would have went a different way, and it says family sorrow. So it could very well be, you know, a family member, family situation, someone who you'd like to consider family here, or do consider family. Could be your soul family, has you feeling sad, because I think in this situation it didn't quite. I feel like you're seeing somebody go through something, I feel. And I don't feel it's you. I feel like you're witnessing someone close to you in a place of sadness, in a place of not able to do something. And I think you feel helpless for them. But everything else here shows such strength. I feel like you're trying to help someone through something here, or you are helping someone through something, whether you're trying to do it or not. You could be not consciously helping them, but I feel like your existence, your presence in this person's life is making a difference. I feel like you have very good energy about you right now. I feel like you are really able to be the best version of yourself in any given situation or circumstance. It's bringing in a lot of light, love, energy, positivity, joyfulness, happiness. I feel a really enlightened type energy here, and I feel like you're walking in authenticity and truth, which is keeping your conscious clear. It's keeping you guided, and I feel like this is also allowing there to be light for people around you. Specifically, I think there might be somebody suffering that you love. And so I feel like you have an ability here that you might already be aware of, maybe not, but I feel like it could be a psychic ability. It could be an ability to have some spiritual gift of sorts that is very angelic and meaningful to coming out, but it's coming out and other people around you can experience this, but it's also something that might have been with you in your past life, that's being developed and worked on. Now, if you're not believing so much past life, just energetically, it's something here that might have been dormant in your energy for whatever reason, but I feel like it's now kind of really coming through here as something that's very powerful and coming through with full force, that is very authentic to yourself. Now with past life, I also feel like this family member person, I feel like you could have experienced past lives with this person, with this, yeah, with this person that I feel might be suffering in some way. So I think because of all your beauty and your desire to have the best outcome possible here for everything and everyone, you might be at times questioning if you should do more or if there should be something different happening here. So know that you're doing exactly what you need to do right now, that you are listening to your inner self as far as how to navigate, and this is working fine. Spirit is saying continue to communicate clearly here. And Spirit is also saying that you are highly protected. So if you feel like you shouldn't be engaging in some way, that don't worry, engage as you need to, be in the here and now. So if you need to engage, you engage, and when you need to not engage, you don't engage. But you know this intuitively by how you're feeling. And I feel like because you are very much trying to become the best version of you, you do not want to get pulled into situations, people where there might be an impact to your energy because you're very consciously aware. So that might be your concern. It's like, do I remove myself completely energetically so that I'm not doing something that goes against my path of enlightenment? But this is the path of enlightenment, because there will always be people that will have times of sorrow, especially if this is a close family, friend, soul person that, you know, you've connected with in past lifetime. That is like, how do you continue to be in the highest vibration of yourself? And this person could certainly live with you or just be around you so much that you begin to question, you know, like, if I'm around this energy, what then? Like, is this the right thing to do? Do I need to free myself and release myself? And Spirit is saying you are protected. And the journey is, how do you continue to bring healing to people around you, especially ones that might not be at the right place? It's just being in the here and now. Now, this doesn't mean you have to heal other people at all, especially people who aren't wanting to heal or help themselves. But to continue being authentic to yourself, to continue being in the present moment, to allow yourself to see very clearly, trust that when you communicate truths, that whatever unfolds in a way that will help a situation, that you're providing really the leadership here. And you are providing how successful things will unfold here by just allowing yourself to be authentic and honest. And your gifts that were coming up here. So you do have a gift to raise vibration. You do have a gift here to make other people feel comforted. You do have a gift here that you're encompassing here. So I'm going to pull some tarot to see if what more is there here. Why are we seeing this? Because what are you supposed to do is kind of continue doing what you're doing. Because I think you're questioning whether you're, you know, I don't know, like whether you should maintain kind of the same energy that you have here with maybe some family member or somebody around you who is lower vibration or going through something that you see is painful. And I feel you have a lot of love, but you feel like you might know better, or that you should be doing better, or that you are wiser. So spirits, can we please get a little bit more information for pile number 2, some clarity in regards to what should they be doing, if anything at all, in this situation. For pile number 2, please protect me in pile 2 as I channel this message. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy. I'm truly blessed. So if you hear thunder, that is here because it is raining and there's a thunderstorm out there. We have the 7 of Cups, confusion. So you might think, you know, am I supposed to be choosing different? Because there's many different options I can choose. Am I kind of in my head about this? This is also the fantasy card, you know. So the 2 of Cups, yeah, that's partnership. It's like, you know, that family member, your soul person, whatever person here I feel might be going through this sort of sorrow. There is confusion right now, and there is healing. And you're considering, should you release? Should you release? Should you let go? Okay, well, let's see some more. We have the Magician in reverse. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse. I do feel like these are all together, so I'm going to read these. But first, let's kind of clear this reading. Magician in reverse could be manipulative energy, but that's not kind of what I'm getting. What I'm really getting is, do you feel like you're manifesting something here in your life that you want for yourself? And I think you're questioning it. I think you're recognizing here that maybe there are a lot of options for you to have in your life. And maybe you feel held back or stuck by someone, but you feel kind of guilty or sad, and you don't want to feel sad. This could be, you know, your spouse. This could be somebody here who you care deeply about with this loyal heart, but it's like you're trying to find a way to let go of something, because I feel there's something here that you haven't been able to manifest. 10 of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, the Chariot in reverse, the Temperance, the Queen of Wands, and the Emperor in reverse. There's an idea that you have here, and this is both giving me fantasy, okay? An ideal relationship of sorts here that isn't ideal right now. It's not ideal. It's not panning out. So you feel out in the cold. And you feel like you're in your mind about knowing better, being wiser about what should I do in a practical way, because my mind is telling me one thing and my heart might be telling me something else here. how do I move forward? Am I able to move forward with the Chariot in reverse and this Four of Pentacles in reverse? It's like something, I have to release something that maybe has me stuck or that isn't allowing me to move forward. But I also don't want to be reckless here. I need to find some sort of balance. This is healing. This is giving me the Magician in reverse because the Queen of Wands is all about manifesting. And this is like not being able to manifest something. And I feel like what you want to manifest is the ideal sort of relationship. Again, if this isn't romantic, it could be a family member, like I said, but it's like, it's not ideal. The situation isn't ideal. Like there's an ideal out there that maybe you're wanting to manifest that you haven't been able to in this situation. It's produced nothing but maybe pain. So it's like, how do I find a balance here with somebody who is maybe incapable right now of doing this balanced give and take, because there's a lot of healing going on here, and I feel very Five of Pentacles, like I can't really do much about anything here. And potentially this person could certainly be not in an energy that you're able to work with the Queen of Wands in reverse, because this could certainly be somebody who is wearing a mask or who is not being in their authentic energy. So it's difficult to cut through crap and get very clear. And with the Emperor right beside this, this is ego, somebody in ego, maybe somebody who, you know, is in their shadow aspect with this Emperor in reverse, but is also incapable, because the Emperor is someone who is empowered and in control and able to get things done. In reverse, it's someone who could be very immature, someone who could be stubborn, somebody who could be doing all sorts of things that aren't very wise, wearing masks, being manipulative in some sort of way here. But you see suffering here, you know of some sorrow. Okay, so I think I have context here. When I felt this sorrow and this pain, it was coming through as, you know, someone not deliberately kind of causing their own sort of sorrow. But I feel like after the tarot, I feel like you might feel as though you're around somebody who might be in the victim mode, out of choice maybe, or you're seeing them make choices here and not in their best interest. So it's like, what do I do, right? So like, do you abandon someone that you have a loyal heart to? Do you abandon a family member or a soulmate or a soul person here in which you feel connected to in some way? So we're going to pull some more here, but I feel like you're doing exactly what you need to do. You definitely need to keep space in order to protect yourself. But I feel like you have a light here that is shining through illusions. You have a protection here that allows you not to get into a place where you're not able to, or where you get stuck and not able to work your way out of. I feel like being in the here and now is very important, not getting stuck on the past of this person and thinking about the future of this person, and more like just kind of take things as it comes is what you're supposed to be doing and kind of needing to do here. So let's see, Spirit, what is the advice here for pile number 2 in this situation? Eight of Cups in reverse. Judgment, and the Two of Cups in reverse. So your challenge is very obvious to me. It's I'm unable to walk away, and should I walk away? You know, on the upright, this is walking away because emotionally it's not giving us what we want. But in the reverse, it's like an inability to leave a situation, an emotionally draining situation, and we're kind of stuck here. Now, I mean, we are able to walk away if we really had to, but I feel like there's a situation here that you're contemplating, saying, is it time for me to walk away? Is it time for me to be honest with myself and address the fact that I've been stuck in something emotionally unfulfilling for quite some time and I've been choosing to remain? So what do? Do I call it quits? Do I end a partnership here? Have I spent enough time here? And so the Judgment makes you review everything that has led up until this point, remove ego, and just look at situations and circumstances. And then based on the information, there is a need to accept the truth. And I think you know what this truth is. I mean, you're here, so maybe you don't, and you haven't been able to walk away. And maybe why you can't get the answer is because the truth is within you. Because there's a need to trust your own inner voice to guide you correctly. That this is part of your healing journey, is to sort through this part exactly. That you've learned enough in your lifetimes to, or your lifetimes, to be right where you are to make this decision. But I'm going to ask spirits, and I think the advice here is for you to continue to shine your light, for you to continue being yourself, for you to continue being in the here and now, for what feels right, to speak your truth, your authentic truth, to allow yourself to shine. And if that means you look at your situation and say, I'm not happy and I'm miserable, and so then you continue to shine elsewhere and that feels right, then that's your answer. And if you feel like you're unable to because you feel part of yourself is tied in some way to the situation, then as long as you're being honest with this, then deal with it in a here and now type way, then you learn through your journey of how to manage. But that is all kind of something that you're learning on your journey. Let's ask Spirit, can we get then further advice or clarity? What should pile 2 do? Should they walk away? Should they stay? The Sun in reverse, beautiful Leo energy. Further enlightenment needed. And that's you getting the clarity and understanding you need to get very clear. 5 of Cups. 5 of Cups is all about that sadness, looking at a situation as a lost opportunity when there's still 2 cups remaining here. There's still a silver lining here with the 5 of Cups, and we're feeling bad and we're feeling sad. Knight of Cups. This is how do we express ourselves? By showing another, by extending a cup of love or receiving a cup of love here with the Knight of Cups. So I think what Spirit is saying here is you're not clear, and that you will get enlightened on your own specific situation here with a certainty about where the happiness lies and where the sadness lies. And that with the shining of the light and the fact that we have the sun and it's in reverse, it's like the sun is coming out, and when the sun comes out you get to see clearly. And I think you already kind of see, but I think there's more communication that's required here for you to really get the sun in the full upright so you can really see. And this is all about your joy. Okay, we have joyfulness here, so I feel like there's more you're going to see in regards to what makes you very, very happy. And it also allows you to see what makes you feel sad, what makes you feel regretful, remorseful. And so being very aware of what is positive and what doesn't feel good allows you to know how to navigate and where to give your cup of love, where to invest, what feels good to you in a loving way. It gives you the freedom, I feel here, to choose how to move forward, whether it be continuously with this person in this situation or exploring outside of this situation. But that is the journey. It's like you also recognize that things aren't always content. Things are sometimes sad and not good. And there needs to be an understanding and acceptance of balance. But what's the right amount of balance for you so that you feel comfortable in where you're investing your cup of love? Because if it's a lot more Five of Cups than it is Sun energy, then that's not good. And if it's more Sun energy constant, that's not realistic, right? So what is the proper balance here? And all of you guys could have a situation where you got more Five of Cups than you got Sun. So it's time to explore outside of this and not feel bad, because you've now learned your lesson and you're wiser. And for some of you guys, you might think, well, this situation has positive and negative. And although the negative is painful, the sun is rising, or I could see the sun in the horizon. I will continue to pour love. So we'll get final words here to wrap up what the Spirit wants to communicate here for you guys. Pile number 2 in the situation. Hopefully I haven't confused you more. Can we get a very pointed sort of direction here for pile 2? What do they need to know or hear? Two of Swords in reverse, Six of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. So this is the burying in head in sand, not making a decision, not sure which way to go. That was that, Eight of Cups in reverse. It's like unable to really do anything. You might feel very stuck. And you have to make a decision in some way. With it in reverse, it's like an indecision. An indecision is a decision. Okay, an indecision is a decision. And this is like having to deal with the consequences of an indecision here. So I feel as though what Spirit is showing here is like either which way things are going to progress and move. Okay, things are going to progress and move, whether you decide to stay, whether you decide to go, whether you decide to invest or not invest. Eventually, decisions will just be made, whether you make them or not. It just, things progress. And the Six of Cups is talking to me again about this loyal heart and this soulmate energy with the family here, family sorrow. We see the Six of Cups. This is this, I'm really getting this Five of Cups and this Knight of Cups together, because I see the Five of Cups and then the Knight of Cups. It's like pouring into a situation that's hurtful. It's like pouring love into the Five of Cups. So we don't decide to do something here other than pouring unconditional love from this Black Cup. The one cup is being poured into the Five of Cups so that we can heal something. The Knight of Wands, we have the horse here, is all about forward movement. And this Knight of Wands is deciding, I feel here, to continue to pour love into this Five of Cups. I feel like Spirit is saying that there is something here that is it kind of feels to me like soul contract-ish, okay, with the loyal heart and this past lives. It's like a contract of you feeding a situation which doesn't feel very good, that you're unable to decide to break away from here, that you're involved in and that you continuously sort of engage with here to be able to fulfill some sort of contract, some sort of lesson here, some sort of making a difference, completing your healing. And I feel like completing healing is talking about the big contract we kind of make on a soul level here of something that helps us to learn, helps us to grow. So Although you don't see the sun, although you feel kind of stuck or a victim of circumstance, I feel like your love is being poured into a situation that might seem hopeless or helpless in some way, but there are 2 cups. You're still standing. So I don't know that it is as hopeless and helpless as maybe you might think it is, and it might be for now, but I feel like there's something about being free from this, but having to explore the here and now and not jump too far ahead to what will be and how this will go, but understand you're making a difference right now. And that says you have learned how to make the most out of life. It's like being in this here and now. And you might not be rejoicing so much in how this is panning out, but I feel like there is a joyfulness about you. There is a light about you. There is this positive energy about you. There's this making a difference about you that's happening right now in this situation that allows for healing. But know you are protected, and know that with the work, achievement, and success here, I feel like the sun will come out and that you will see clearly, and that I feel there's going to be more communication here for you. All right, so this was a very interesting reading, pile number 2. I hope this made sense to you in some way, because it's very different. Let me know in the comments if it did resonate, and if you're drawn to any other pile, go check that out. If not, I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, my beautiful. Pile number 2, we have handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. And we have bow. You are highly thought of. Beautiful. So let's take a look. We are looking at your current situation and how should you proceed? Like, is there something you're supposed to do? Are you okay to do nothing? Do you surrender? Like, what exactly are you supposed to be doing now? So I've not looked at these cards, and that's exactly what I asked Spirit. So we pulled some oracles. We'll take a look at this. Now, please use your intuition to see, feel, or hear what will confirm to you that indeed this is your message. All right. So because this is collective reading, just cater this to your set of circumstances. I will, I cannot get super specific, but I will try to give as much context so you can see if this is your situation or not. All right. So we have oyster with regeneration, number 9. We have 59 with positive life changes. Positive life changes are ahead if you choose to trust in the process. Wow. Another 9 coming out. Respect your physical body with detox, rejuvenate, and relax. Rejuvenate, regeneration. This is also about physical healing. Okay. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Trust the process. Peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Worry being a negative energy. Detoxing is definitely allowing your body to release negative energy. Hunter of honor. Looks like a kangaroo. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Coming into power. Wow. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Look at this. Look at this. Same imagery. Very, very, very synchronistic. I step into my power boldly and confidently. Okay. Look for a sign. Purple, third eye clairvoyance. Wow, clairvoyance. Look for a sign. Look, it looks like they're getting all sorts of downloads from the divine. Co-create, number 40. I'm going to slide these over. And we have blessed with the number 22 or the number 4. Lots of purple. Blessed indeed. All right. Yeah, lots and lots of purple. Crown chakra, third eye chakra. What's your situation? Well, I feel like this is a personal sort of situation here. I mean, obviously it's personal, it's your reading here, but I feel like there's a couple of layers here. One, I'm really getting the physical body changes, like you're really considering either getting really healthy or releasing some part of your maybe everyday bad habits or something here that you're not wanting to do anymore. Yeah, there's some energy here of you wanting to do something for yourself, and it could very well be going to better your life in some way. You feel this is going to better your life, and I feel that you're not sure how you're going to go about it or how you're going to do it. And I feel there's a very strong, strong energy here coming from the divine in some sort of intervention of guiding you through this, sending you signs, synchronicities, putting people in your path here to help guide you, things happening in a way that puts you back on your path. Certain things roll out in a way that reminds you of what you're supposed to be doing. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is continue to allow yourself the sort of disciplines here that you have, but also understand that when you slip, if you slip, that's part of the process. And that every day that you make these changes, you are getting closer and closer to a greater version of yourself. And when you think about the stressors or things that will make you slip or the future, it causes anxiety and it puts you in a mind space that isn't helping. So allow yourself to accept you for the place in which you're at. If your body needs to sleep, let it sleep. Be very cognizant of what you put in your body. That includes media, people, food, substances. I feel Spirit is saying there's either somebody in your life or someone coming into your life that is going to help you in a very large way. Now, this obviously is going to be you taking charge of your own life and making the changes you want to see in your own life. But I feel like this meeting with a stranger could be important, and this co-create, I feel like you're going to be blessed here with somebody that's coming through kind of as an angelic presence, or at least you might feel as though this is an angelic presence. So you might not know this person, or they could be acting through somebody you know in a way that is coming straight from the divine. And so the situation or this person is but put in front of you to help you. And now this look for a sign doesn't mean you have to be constantly reading into everything, but what this is telling me is if you feel like you're stuck or if you feel like you don't know, ask the divine to give you a sign. ask the divine to confirm something for you. That's going to be confirmation beyond a shadow of a doubt. That will give you the answer that you need at that time for comfort, and the divine will put that in front of you. And I feel like a lot of you guys are going to see this. So you guys might be seeing things, like I said, synchronicities, signs. Maybe you're seeing the same word, name, number, but I feel like some of you guys, it might be dreams, might be very significant, and they are significant. So there's an importance here to remember the dream, but also to take note of what you're seeing. What does it symbolize? And once you understand what it's symbolizing, and it could just be what does it symbolize for you, trust that. No need to build more stories, just trust in the process. And that you are being fed with a lot of energy and downloads here from spirits to guide you through to the next stage. Now, this sounds to me like, if let's say you're generally healthy, maybe something's going on in your body right now and you feel very tired and you're not quite sure what you're supposed to be doing. Well, what Spirit is saying is that you might be shedding parts of yourself that no longer serves you, that aren't necessarily toxic in a way that it's evident or has been evident to you, but is now become toxic in where you're headed. Because on your path to enlightenment, maybe what you might have thought as normal is no longer normal. Certain foods are no longer good for you. Certain addictions are no longer helping. And I mean, addictions could be anything. Maybe, we watch a lot of YouTube, we watch a lot of TV, we don't do certain things, and we don't find it toxic so much, or at least it was bearable. I feel like whatever is coming up here is no longer bearable. There's your body is being called to detox. Your body is being called to release something here that you might have not thought it a big deal. And for others of you guys, it could be something that is a big deal that you're wanting to change for quite some time. Maybe you wanted to give up drinking. Maybe you wanted to give up a city life of sorts. Something here that you're trying to attain. And even if you don't know what it is you're trying to attain here, because you're not quite sure why you're feeling the way you are and why you're tired and maybe why you're drained or what's going on, know that you are being guided right now in trusting. When your body tells you it doesn't work or it's not good, then that is the truth of what's going on inside you. This is the divine working through you. And of course, if we get stuck in our own mind, then we start to worry and create stories. So Spirit's saying, don't allow this to happen. And if you're confusing yourself in some way, ask for a sign to give you clarity. Relax the mind to find peace and see through your third eye what it is that you're needing to see. Because I feel like you're going to see the answer. And I do feel as though there is an energy here that is helping you in an angelic way through this. Although, again, you must be doing it kind of on your own from inside, but you do have a lot of guidance here. So you are being gifted with blessed in this boat with the energy of a higher power here, and you're being gifted with a gift of, it could very well be your psychic gift. Maybe you're coming into your clairvoyance, maybe you're coming into some psychic awareness, maybe all of that. Maybe there's certain things about you that are coming out that you've never experienced before. You're not quite sure what's going on. So Spirit is saying, what do you need to do? Rest when you need to rest. Stay on your discipline. Don't get lost in your mind. Look for signs when you absolutely need it that will confirm to you what you're needing to hear. There will be help here from someone that you might know or not know right now, but it's acting through them It is Spirit acting through them to guide you, to help you. And learn to trust where you're being guided. Allow yourself to release any sort of worry that you have that you might not be doing something right. I'm going to pull final words here because, I mean, your message is quite clear, but let's see if there's anything by final words that pile number 3 needs to hear. Spirit, clear and concise here for pile 3. Please protect me as I channel this message, and protect pile number 3 as I deliver. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy. Thank you so, so much. So, Spirit, what do they need to know? All right, we have a bit. We have the 2 of Swords, and we have the 10 of Cups. So, wow, this is, I mean, you clicked on the video not knowing what to do here. This is the indecision, kind of sitting, not doing anything. But I feel like what you're doing right now is bringing balance into your life. You're bringing balance with truth here, okay? And sometimes we're wobbly, and sometimes it takes a bit to get comfortable in a situation where maybe there's conflicting things and we can't do anything about it. So you might feel like certain parts are true and other parts aren't, or certain truths aren't really jiving with others. Allow that, sit with that. No need to act, and know that there is this great sort of energy that this is bringing about. Why you're experiencing this is like a 10 of Cups. This is ultimate emotional fulfillment, abundance, joy, happiness. So trust the process, trust the plan ahead, that you will be kind of guided to your enlightenment. I'm seeing enlightenment here, okay? And I mean, it is a journey. We don't all of a sudden get to some sort of end destination. It's certainly a journey, but I feel like as you get out of this sort of state of awkwardness, I feel, and get more grounded and balanced, I feel you do get pulled towards this 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. 8 of Cups, 5 of Wands in reverse, 6 of Wands in reverse, the 3 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So what I'm really getting here is kind of tied to yesterday's reading in some way here, because I do feel like someone could certainly be going through an ego death with this 6 of Wands in reverse. So if you're going through the dark night of the soul, which could certainly be this sort of energy that I'm picking up here, or if you're not feeling like it is a dark night of the soul or a spiritual awakening or an ego death of sorts, you're pulled away here from society in some way, because maybe you feel not strong. You know, you feel like you're having to overcome an addiction or overcome some sort of ailment, or rebuild yourself up and rejuvenate yourself, because you feel like right now you're unable to do your day in, day out stuff. You know, be around people. It's conflicting. It's combative. You might feel like you need to compete in a way that you're not really wanting to be around. Noise, people, situations of conflict. So Spirit is saying pull your energy in a way that you can focus on yourself. If you have to walk away, walk away. Okay, remove yourself from any situation where you're feeling discomfort, where you're feeling like you want to just not be seen. That's absolutely fine, because this is temporary, okay? And I feel like you leave a situation that is not feeling very good, and it might take a long time to transition, because you got to find grounding and balance. And you got to identify your truth. And so for a time, you might have conflicting truths. So in search of what that is and what emotionally seems right, you leave an 8 of Cups, and eventually you'll get to a 10 of Cups. And if that means not feeling very good for a period of time, then it's okay, because it's temporary. But what this leads to is expansion, and expansion of yourself with the 3 of Wands. This leads you on to the next path of your journey. This is the groundwork in order for you to get to your journey of spiritual enlightenment, so that you can get grounded. And this beautiful King of Pentacles is your future stability. This is the most grounded of all the kings. This is abundance. This is a long-term future. This is building an empire of stability for your future, a legacy for yourself that's very secure, that can't be, you know, thrown about. So I feel that's where you're headed, but you're laying the groundwork right now for this Three of Wands, which is coming. The Ten of Cups I feel is coming, but I feel like right now the rocky road, if you will, is the conflicting thoughts, worry, not sure if you can do something here, unable to make decisions, feeling withdrawn, feeling combative, feeling like you don't want to be seen, feeling like you're not winning, feeling like it's not successful, feeling like emotionally it's not satisfying, maybe being in the dark night of the soul, feeling not very good. So this is part of the process, and trust that this is part of you trusting that this has to happen in a way for you to become clear, for things to flush out, for you to detox and rejuvenate here from old situations that are no longer serving you, okay? People who are no longer serving you. And maybe you feel like you've been alone, or like people are understanding you, but I do feel like someone comes in here, or there is someone who understands you, someone who gives you wisdom, someone who's able to hold your hand through this or pull you from a place when you need it. And I do feel it's acting from the divine here in some way. But I do feel, I'm hearing also from Spirit, this is going to be quicker than you think. Okay, like it is a process, so I don't want to tell you it's super fast, but it is quicker than you think, this awkwardness, this transition. And I feel like when you look back on this, you will honor the steps you took here in getting to where you need to be. So if you are feeling stressed, if you are feeling worried, if you're not quite sure and trusting things, allow yourself to find peace by quieting the mind, okay? And asking for sign synchronicity here that's going to help you, to comfort you, so that you do know that what you're seeing here is truthful, and that it's going to help guide you in trusting yourself to things that maybe aren't very visible right now. Okay, so know that you are blessed and you are on this path of enlightenment, and I wish you the very best. And remember, your physical body needs to be in total strength in order for you to handle these changes. So that means a lot of rest and a lot of watching what you're eating and ingesting here. Like I said, including media, including people you hang out with, including all these things. Okay, so I love you guys very much. I wish you guys the very best. Know that you're being gifted with this, although it might not feel like it at times. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you are being graced and blessed by God with this honor. So maybe see it in a way as an opportunity for you to grow here into the best version of yourself. All right, I will see you soon. Bye.